everybody. So today I wanted to do a special video where I talk about the book Wrinkle in Time and this most recent movie version of it. And I did a written review of Wrinkle in Time over on my blog, which you want to check out. And it was a very frustrating film for me. I really wanted it to be good, but in the end, it's just was not good. And there's a lot of people who say that A Wrinkle in Time is an unfilmable novel, and I thought I would explain why I think that is the case. What makes Wrinkle in Time special is it is about one character finding the humanity in the world and in herself, and also in her father, and in the other people that are around her. It's about a character coming to understand the value of each human soul. And that's what makes it so moving. And you see her start out the book as a young girl who is angry, who is frustrated, who is very relatable. She's not like some genius child. She's just like a normal kid who is struggling with the loss of her father, with a world that she can tell isn't really honest with her. And then you have her little brother Charles Wallace, who is more of the genius kind of child, but is more like innocent and hopeful. And they get called on this adventure to go and try to find their father. But all of the things that happen in the various worlds and different things that they find, they're all kind of secondary to her internal sort of growth and her internal journey. Mrs. Whatsit tells her at a certain point, hold on to your anger, you will need it. And I think that is why the book feels so emotionally true to so many people, because it is honest about, she's not like a warrior character. It's a character that is very emotionally honest and emotionally true about her weaknesses and her strengths. In fact, she's even given those faults by Mrs. Whatsit as a strength. You know, she says, so for you, I will strengthen this gift, Meg. I will give you your faults. My faults, Meg cried, your faults. But I'm always trying to get rid of my faults. Yes, Mrs. Whatsit said. However, I think you will find they come in very handy on Camazotz. And Camazotz is a place where evil has taken away people's agency and their ability to feel and be human. And you don't get that at all in this movie. You don't get the idea of kind of what this place really is and why the temptation to have this easy life is so tempting, is indeed a temptation. And to be taken away, to have your full emotions taken away. And that's why she needs her faults on Camazotz. She needs to feel anger. She needs to feel sad. She needs to feel all of these feelings in order to be able to survive on this planet where the it is trying to take away the agency of the people, because the more agency he can take away, the stronger he grows and the more power he has to control people and to control things. And so what she is able to do is, in the end, is to make a decision that she is going to go back to Camazotz, save Charles Wallace, and she is going to be victorious. And she does this in the face of the Mrs. is telling her not to do it, not to go. Her father even says, I don't know if you should go. I don't know if you're strong enough. But she makes the choice to go and save Charles Wallace because she has this understanding of what he really is and how valuable, how much he matters to the world and to God. And I think that's what you really miss in kind of humanizing this adaptation. It kind of becomes a sort of a yoga retreat kind of video of like meditation and people telling Meg that she is of worth and that she is valuable and that she should be brave and she should be a warrior. But she doesn't ever really internalize that advice in a meaningful way. And in the book, it's not actually advice. In the book, it's just very gentle sort of nudgings where it's Meg, her growth, and she's the one who comes to understand that advice for herself. She doesn't have to be told that she's a warrior. She becomes a warrior and understands it herself. And so the whole book is about her internal growth as a human being, her understanding of her divine potential, her divine worth, and her becoming this strong, complex, interesting person that has flaws, but those are her strengths. And so all the other stuff on Camazotz and the misses and everything is all secondary. It's all irrelevant to the growth of one character coming to understand her true worth and really learning to love people in a special way, that once you have that knowledge that you are valued by God and that God loves you and that you have that intrinsic worth, then you have power, and you see other people in a special way and you want to help them. And that's what happens to Meg in the book, and that's why it's great, and that's why so many people love it all these years. I think it's very similar to The Giver. The Giver is also about one character coming to understand the value of humanity. As he sees these memories in these sessions with The Giver, he starts to realize what really matters in life, and how they're living this sort of half life, how they're taking away their agency of what makes them human. And the movie just wasn't able to, it just was sort of a generic dystopian movie. It wasn't a good movie because it wasn't able to accurately explore that conversion that he has to the value of human life. And so I don't know if that makes sense, but I think both those books are kind of special because of their power and their message, and but they just don't make for really good movies unless they're done from sort of, I think, a spiritual standpoint. I think is the only way you really could do it. And I think maybe an animation in both of them maybe could work, because you could show the sort of what's going on in their mind in a different way, and a little bit easier. I think maybe it might have worked to do it animated, but that's the only way, I think. So for Wrinkle in Time and The Giver, which are two of, I think, the best dystopian YA novels, that they're both books about hope and about understanding human nature and humanity in a new way, and that's what's missing a lot of the time. So that's my thoughts. Let me know what you think about Wrinkle in Time or The Giver, and why you think maybe they might be unfilmable, and what you thought of the films. And thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll talk to you later. Bye.